Tēnā tātou e te whānau. E tuhi rā koe ui nuku e te rangi a niweniwa ko matawhero, ko tauturu, ko tawera te whetū takiata. Tā kiri te ata, ura te ata, hai te ata, ka ahura. Ka ao i te pō, ta kina te pō ki tua. Te au ko te moe o te matahi tāua, e hoki ki te moe o te matahi tuna. E ara ki te matatu o rongo, ki te tangi mai o te korimako, i te ata tū, katakatū, e rongo whakiriake ki runga, tuturu o whiti whakamaua kia tīnā, haumi e, hui e, taiki. Tēnā tātou, maurori ki a tātou nei whare, e tū ana ko te kuninga ki pūrehi roa, kei manawa tū nei, ko tararua ngai pāmaunga ki runga, tā maua ki te marae o hine ki raro, i runga i a tātou nei ahi kā, ko rangi tāne tēnei, nō reira, tēnā koutou. Kia ora mai tātou katoa. Kia ora and good evening to you all. Welcome to the 2023 Massey University Blues Awards. Ko taranaki te maunga no kura haupō te waka. Ko te kuninga ki pūrehi roa, ki roto e te kura hauora tangata e mahi ana. Ko tākuta Bevan Edawiti tōku ingoa. Kia ora rā te whānau, my name is Dr. Bevan Edawiti and co-hosting with me this evening is Eliza McCartney.
Kia ora, thank you Bevan. Kia ora tātou katoa, no tāmaki makaurau ahau, kei te raki pai whenua tōku kāinga. He kaipara ngai o ko Eliza McCartney tōku ingoa. Ka mihi nui au ki te mana whenua o tēnei rohe. Kia ora tātou katoa.
Tēnā koe Eliza, nau mai whakatau mai i tō mātā waka me ngā maunga whakahi kua tai mai nei ki tēnei pō whakahirihira. Nō reira, kia koutou. Te aroha, te whakapono, me te rangi mari e tātou e. Nō reira kia koutou nei, āpiti hono, tātai hono. Rātou te hunga mate kia rātou, āpiti hono, tātai hono. Tātou i ngā mata ora Kia koutou nei i ngā kaipara me ngā whānau, ngā hapū, ngā iwi, te katoa o te kupunga o te kuninga ki Pūrehu roa. Tēnā koutou, kia ora mai, tātou katoa.
There are some incredibly talented athletes at Massey University, and we are looking forward to celebrating their achievements with you tonight. As the leading university in Aotearoa, New Zealand for high-performance athletes, Massey University is dedicated to support those athletes on their individual journeys to sporting success.
Just a couple of important things to note. There is a free online program available for you to download where you can check out our athlete bios and information about tonight's event. You can scroll down to find the program just under the live stream.
We encourage you to share your messages of support and congratulations for our recipients using the hashtag #MasseyBlues tonight. Make sure you take a moment to show them some love. You can also comment right here down below the live stream. Let us know your thoughts and feedback on how you think the night is going.
Those of you being presented with awards tonight have been given the option to come into our Ōteha, Auckland or Manawatu Turitea campuses to collect your award over the coming days. We're very much looking forward to seeing you and congratulating you in person. And if you aren't able to drop in, not to worry, your award will arrive in the post very soon.
First-time recipients will receive a trophy just like this one here. Those who are receiving a blue for the second or subsequent time will receive a Massey Blues pin just like this one here.
To our Blues recipients and athletes, we know your sporting commitments alongside study keep you extremely busy. So we appreciate the time you have taken out of your busy schedules to join us online tonight. Just like Eliza, who's co-hosting with me, an important Olympian athlete and also very busy with Massey study. It is such an immense pleasure to have you here, as well as you, Eliza, as we celebrate all of your successes.
Thank you. I mean, we hope you're relaxing at home, that you're enjoying your goodie boxes that we have sent you to watch the awards tonight.
As we go through tonight, we will announce the Blues recipients for 2023, hear from an amazing guest speaker, and then finally, we will announce our major winners. But first, we have some messages from some key Massey staff and a student representative. Take it away, whānau.
Nau mai, hara mai, and welcome to the Massey University's Blues Awards for 2023. My name is Dr. Tere McGonigal-Daly and I'm the Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Students and Global Engagement here at Massey, but I also happen to be the Chair of the University Sports Committee, and it is my honour to be part of this welcome for today's event, and also just to congratulate all of our finalists, but particularly all of the winners as they will be announced a little bit later on. So enjoy your event and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Kia ora koutou. My name's Andy Foskett and I once again had the pleasure of chairing the judges panel for the Blues Awards for 2023. It's been a great year for sport in New Zealand, with New Zealand hosting 3 major World Cups, and some of our recipients tonight were involved in those competitions. It's also been a great year for those other sports where we've had student athletes representing with distinction at the regional, national and international level. I would like to congratulate all the nominees, the winners, the finalists for tonight's awards, and I'd also like to thank my fellow judging members for their time and the effort and the robust discussion that goes into determining what is at times some very challenging decisions when we have to decide among some exceptional student athletes. So thank you all, have a great night, and again well done to all our nominees, our finalists and our winners.
Kia ora koutou, hope everyone is doing well and healthy. I am Sanskar Soni, the International Student Representative for Te Tiraupai, the Student Association of Massey. I would like to congratulate each one of you for your determination and will to do sports. It's truly inspiring to see your achievements, and the recognition is a testament to your commitment for the countless hours of training that you put in. Sports play a really big part in all our lives as it keeps us healthy both physically and mentally. One of my favorite sports is cricket, and if any one of you play cricket, please feel free to hit me up and invite me because I love playing cricket. And I would love to give my best wishes for all of your endeavours on and off the field. Thank you.
A tēnā koutou rā e ngā pukinga me ngā kāhui mō ngā kōrero hei tautoko mai ki ngā kai hāpai o te pō whakahirihira nei. Awesome messages there, thank you so much. Receiving a blue is a wonderful testament to commitment, dedication, and all-round academic and athletic success.
Our wonderful viewers at home, athletes, distinguished guests, senior leadership team, and sports industry stakeholders, Massey staff, friends and whānau, thank you for joining us as we present to you the 2023 Massey University Blues Awards. Now, without further ado, I would like to present to you our 2023 Blues Awards recipients by sport.
Archery. Emma Argyle, Chisora Hayder.
Artistic roller skating, Aspen Fell, Claudia McLean, Phoenix Reid, Jessica Shirley.
Athletics. Hamish Gill, Liam Lamb, Angus Liver, Eliza McCartney, Olivia McTaggart, Savannah Sheen, Courtney Trow, Madison Lee Wish, Andre Lepine Day.
Badminton, Cynthia Fan,
Basketball. Kula Baldry, Ella Fotu.
Canoe Sprint, Michael Esterhausen, Amy Fisher, Scarlett Old, Julia Pudrett.
Clay Target Shooting, Aisling Welch.
Cricket, Georgia Atkinson, Sarah Calkin, Liam Hall, Curtis Heafy, Caitlin King, Ashtuti Kumar, Bailey Latter, Ben Lister, Sam Mackinder, Hannah Rowe, Nathan Smith, Gemma Sims.
Cycling. Ella Harris, Nicholas Kogojo Della Bossier, Luke Mudgway, James Oram, Callum Saunders, Emily Sherman.
Diving, Luke Sitkus,
Equestrian. Sophie Daly, Taylor Mason.
Fencing, Wai Ling Chan,
Floorball. Stella McCarthy.
Football, Brooke Bennett, Louis Fenton, Michaela Moore, Kate Mori, Ben Old, Tim Payne, Ava Pritchard, Emma Ralston, Paige Satchel, Sam Sutton, Kate Taylor.
Futsal. Olivia Harding, Emma Howie, Kaylee Linden, Pippi Oliver Bell, Adam Paulson.
Golf, Juliana Hung, Kazuma Kabori,
Gymnastics. Matteo Clatine.
Hockey, Caitlin Cotter, Francis Davies, Katie Dorr, Madison Dorr, Connor Greentree, Mary Idamia Allen, Amy Mitchell, Olivia Shannon, Charles Ulrich, Thomas Walsh, Nick Woods.
Ice hockey. Hannah Cross.
Indoor cricket, Micah Conroy, Bailey Latter.
Mountain biking. Caleb Botcher.
Netball, Claudia Brown, Zalika Clark, Storm Collins Gilmer, Ali Hurley Langton, Latonya Lole, Sam Mackinder, Anna Moy, Sam Taylor, Sarah Ticky Clark.
Paracycling. Anna Taylor.
Rowing, Stella Clayton Green, Sophie Ignot Johnson, Brooke Francis, Kate Haynes, Brooke Hamilton, Brooke Kilmister, Matt McDonald, Madeline Parker, Charlotte Spence, Ben Taylor, Davina Waddy, Philip Wilson.
Rugby. Lucy Brown, Sam Coles, Moana Courtney, Joseph Gavigan, Julian Gorka, Bryn Gordon, Cameron Howell, Nico Jones, Eleanor King, Bennett Kumiroa, Ben Lamb, Paige Lush, Matt Masoi, Katerina Poletti, Ben Strang, Sam Taylor, Flynn Thomas, Te Rangitira Waitokia, Taylor Waterson, Alicia Williams.
Skiing. Ben Barclay, Luca Harrington,
Snowboarding, James Thompson.
Squash. Leonie Marshall, Ashley Pepper,
Surf Lifesaving, Louis Clark, Olivia Corrin, Fergus Eadie, Michael Esterhausen.
Swimming. Louis Clark, Wilrick Kutzer, Erica Fairweather, Kirsten Fisher Masters, Michael Lansdowne, Georgina McCarthy, George Williams,
Taekwondo, Brenna Green,
Touch, Kira Fisher, Mary Idemia Allen, Zoe Sosich,
Triathlon, Austin Carter.
Ultimate Disc, Ronnie Readings,
Volleyball, Caitlin Studer,
Yachting, Erica Dawson, George Gautry, Henry Hazlitt, Blake McGlashan, Molly Meach, Courtney Reynolds Smith, Sporting Excellence Award recipients, Kate Blinko, Sport Coaching in Canoe Polo, Ike Baker, Sport Administration in Equestrian.
And there you have it. That brings us to the conclusion of the first part of the awards. But don't go anywhere just yet. We still have plenty more lined up to bring you, including our major award winners announcement, and you don't want to miss that.
Well, there is a lot of talent that we have here at Massey University. Congratulations once again to all our Blues recipients for 2023. It now gives me pleasure to move on to our guest speakers for this evening. Allow me to introduce Anna Green. Anna Green is a former New Zealand football fern and Massey University alumni. Having announced her retirement from international football earlier this year, Anna played for the NZ Football Ferns for 16 years, from 2006 to 2023. Making her senior debut as a teenager, she amassed 82 caps for the Football Ferns, playing in 3 Women's World Cups and 4 Olympic Games, and also 2 Under-20 World Cups.
And that's not all. She also has a wealth of high-level club experience, having played for 3 Kings United in the ASB League, Adelaide United and Sydney FC in the A-League, Lokomotiv Leipzig in the Bundesliga, and Reading FC in the FAWSL.
Outside of playing, Anna is passionate about progressing the game of football and is the NZ PFA representative on the Asia Oceania Division Board and also on the FIFA Pro Global Finance Committee. She was recently part of the Sky Sport team during the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup in New Zealand.
Alongside all of that wonderful career, Anna has a Bachelor of Business Studies, majoring in accountancy and human resource management from Massey University, having graduated in 2014. She currently works as a senior consultant at Deloitte in Wellington.
Let's hear from Anna now.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Massey Blues Awards. It's great to again have a distinguished guest interview here, and it's my pleasure to introduce Anna Green. So Anna is a Massey graduate. She's a former football fern, works for Deloitte now, TV pundit, celebrity on the Football World Cup a couple of months ago. So it's great to have you along, Anna. Thank you for your time. Thank you for giving us your insight and input as well, and look forward to your answers and offering some advice to our young student athletes.
No, thank you for having me along. It's my absolute pleasure to be here with you.
Right. Well, let's start with obviously the most recent bit. So we'll start now and we'll work our way backwards. The Football World Cup here in Australia and New Zealand, obviously a huge success on multiple levels. Give us your take. How did you see the tournament pan out?
Yeah, I think it was awesome. It's always so exciting to be able to share football with everyone. I know that that's my favourite sport by a long shot. So to see New Zealand rally behind the tournament and Australia as well, to see lots of people that might not have been fans of football initially really get behind not only the football ferns but all the teams, I think was really exciting. I know that there were some like concerns around ticket sales prior to the tournament kicking off, but to have sold out stadiums in most of the games, I think just shows like how amazing the tournament was run, but also what a great product it was. It was really exciting games. It was athletes at the top of their game. It was really showing the professionalism of women's sport and just the potential that as a product has. So yeah, I think it was a super successful tournament, and I hope that the momentum from that can just carry on into football, but also into other sports as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I've got two boys who don't play football. I did, so I'm a little bit like you, biased towards the sport, but they fully got into it. I took them to a couple of games in Wellington, loved it. So that legacy, that hopefully ongoing love and support for the game continues on. Now, you mentioned the football ferns, obviously, again, dear to your heart, but give me your take on their performances. Started so well and not quite the finish they would hoped for.
Yeah, definitely. I think if you would like to look at that, or to have put out those results before the tournament started, that would definitely have been defined as a success. I know, particularly in footballing circles, to get 3 points at a World Cup is such a mammoth achievement, particularly given how the team performed in the past. I think the way that they finished the tournament might not have been what they were after. It definitely wasn't quite what I was after. It was a bit of heartbreak hotel population me, and I think probably 4 million other Kiwis. But I was just so unbelievably stoked for those players and for all football ferns, I guess past and present, to be able to share that moment of the opening game. I think to have the sold out stadium, to not only win by scraping by, which we can do on any given day, but to win with such an amazing performance. The way that they played football was something that we haven't seen from that team before. So to really stand up and do that in the biggest moment of their careers was something that was really special. I know that me and a few of other former football ferns got together afterwards for a few drinks, and I think for a lot of us, like, that was our proudest moment being a fern. Not, I've played in World Cups, I've played in Olympics, and we've had some wins before against Brazil and England and big opponents, but like watching the team put in that result was genuinely my proudest moment of being a football fern, and I think that would ring true for lots of former ferns as well. So yeah, might not have been the end result we were after in terms of the way they finished the tournament, but to have that moment was really special, and I think that's really going to be the benchmark now for World Cup performances for football ferns.
Just quickly, obviously Massey University Sports Awards, Blues Awards tonight, and Massey University also hosted everyone's second team, Spain, obviously world champions, based here in Palmerston North. Truncated period, let's be honest, because of Palmerston North's attraction for them. But your thoughts on them and going all the way? Controversy everywhere, but such a good team.
Yeah, the way that they play football is outstanding. I think that that's a real product of their domestic league and how successful that is. I know that we've all seen, well, I hope we've all seen scenes of the Barcelona women's team having their Champions League parade through the middle of the city and everyone turning out for that. I think the Spanish team is a product of their domestic league, and that success, I think the way that they play their football is really inspirational. It's a modern game. I think it's been really interesting. I must admit I was backing England in the final, but I also think that things just work out exactly how they're meant to. If Spain hadn't gone on and won the tournament, we wouldn't have had that unbelievably controversial and upsetting moment in the winning ceremony, and that wouldn't have opened that entire can of worms. I guess they had 15 girls withdraw from the team after the Euros, so there had been outcry from that team that things needed to change. They weren't being respected, they weren't getting equal conditions or equal treatment. So I think for the Federation to continue supporting that coach, for the Federation to have their president speak openly about the number of things that he decided to speak about, I think that just shows the lack of respect that they had. And I think if they hadn't won the tournament, if it hadn't played out exactly how it did, we wouldn't have seen this social change. We wouldn't have seen him having to resign. We wouldn't have seen all of the staff changing. So yeah, it was bloody bizarre and so disappointing to see that play out, but it's affected change. And I think that's the power of sport, particularly the power of women's sport, that it's not just about the game and it's not just about what the product is or being professional athletes. It's about changing views in society. It's about women being respected, and that's not only in the football workplace, that's in every workplace. And I think given the spotlight that's on sport more often than not, it's just the perfect place to affect change and for those ripples to be felt throughout the world. I know that if we look at the US women's national team and their fight for equal pay, that's another example of women standing up and saying what they're worth and what they deserve. And I think it's only a great thing. And I think we don't need to look much further than the female athletes that were on our shores, that were in Palmerston North, that were training in a Massey University training facility, to see the things that can be changed and the effects that that can have on the whole world. So sorry, that's gone on like an absolute spiel.
No, it's
yes,
great.
They play amazing football as well.
Yeah.
But I think it's so much more than that, and that's what we've seen off the back of this tournament, as well as athletes rallying around each other. We've had Spanish men's national team players getting behind the women as well, and just showing how powerful that can be when athletes really do band together.
Yeah.
Right, rant over.
I tell you what, Anna, you're good. That's a great answer, and well said. And shout out to your sister, who was a volunteer while Spain were on site at Massey University as well. So let's rewind a bit to when we were all a bit younger, and tell me a bit about your studies. So accountancy, correct? Tell us a little bit that what you studied, but actually more importantly, given the awards tonight, how you balanced developing as a footballer while still working towards a degree.
Yeah, so I did a Bachelor of Business Studies. I majored in accounting and HR management, which are two very different majors and not your standard combination, I guess, but two areas that I'm pretty passionate about. So I came straight out of school and knew that I wanted to go to university. I thought initially I wanted to be a physio, which I don't know why I thought that. I was terrible at science. But that wasn't actually going to work out with playing football as well. So quickly decided that I was going to change to business, and that Massey was going to be the right fit for me. I think the way that they do extramural studies and the way that they support athletes, particularly with the, I think it was the Athlete Support Network. Is that the one that Tamara works in? Well, she was really helpful for me, and in terms of supporting me throughout my university studies. So I think sports can be all-encompassing, and sometimes having a different focus, having a different avenue to put time into that's a bit more structured than a sports environment might be, or a bit more predictable maybe. I think there's real benefit in that. So I did my first year internally at the Albany campus, and then midway through my second year signed a contract with Adelaide United and transferred to doing extramural study. It meant that my study was spread out over a bit more time than the standard 3 years. But
I know that feeling. Don't worry, it's all good. You're in a safe
I always felt really supported by the Massey University staff. They were always really helpful. I was able to pick up the phone and say, what paper should I be doing this semester? What do I need to do to tick off the requirements for this major and for this major? And yeah, it was always a really grounding thing for me throughout my professional career. It didn't matter where I was playing. That was an ever constant. And I don't know if I've spoken to you about this before, but what it did enable me to do as well was that when I was injured, so I've had 2 ACL injuries, and I've also partially torn my Achilles. So injuries that 2 of them required surgery and can be quite long recoveries. And what my study always did was it gave me a different focus. So particularly when I first tore my ACL, I had just signed for Notts County in the WSL in England, which is the women's equivalent of this Premier League. So I was super excited to head over to Europe and tore my ACL in my first game against Arsenal.
Oh,
so
go the Gunners.
Yeah, some variation of that, sure. So it was, I thought, no, you know what, I'm going to go home. New Zealand football going to help me with my rehab. But also I came back to Palmerston North, moved in with my parents, which was a very humbling experience. But just sort of launched into full-time study as well. I know you and I crossed over a lot of times at the gym up at what was the former Rugby Institute. And having study to really focus on in the times when sport wasn't going well was such a blessing for me. Like, that really kept me on track. It kept me focused. And it felt like I was working towards something that was within my control, which in sport isn't always the case. So yeah, I've always felt super supported by Massey. And I think the balance of studying and professional sport do go well together, particularly in institute where you have the ability to study part-time and to study remotely. So yeah, no, study for me was always a really positive experience and a little bit stressful at times. I'm trying to sit exams overseas and sit exams when you're on tour, but always a really grounding experience and one that I'm really grateful for.
Well, I always tell people it's hard enough to be a student. It's stressful enough to be a student, full stop. But when you throw in being a student athlete and you're trying to find that balance and develop two parts of your life, your brain with the academic side of it, but the physical side with your sport, it's hard work. But you obviously done a hell of a job. And you mentioned about your career. I wanted to say as well, thank you for that. Tamara mentioned. So Tamara Scott, for those listening, and Daniel Jones up in Auckland, our two high performance coordinators, and do a fantastic job within the Sport Massey team. So well played getting that out there, Anna. Thank you. So following studies, you graduate and then you're off playing football, England, Australia. Give us a little bit of insight there.
Yeah, so I have played in quite a few places. So I have lived in Germany for a couple of years, played in the Bundesliga there, in Sweden, in the Damallsvenskan. I had like a stint in Japan in their J League, and finished up my career with Reading FC in the Women's Super League, which was probably the most professional environment I'd been in and definitely really enjoyable. But something that really drove me to come home was that I had quite a bit of anxiety around how employable I was, which is borderline laughable now, because I've been in the workforce for a while, and I think well, it is, but like, it didn't matter how many people told me. They're like, no, of course you have skills, of course you've got your degree now, someone will want to employ you. But I had really real anxiety about that, particularly the older I got. So I left Reading when I would have been 28, and I did have real concerns about entering the workforce at that later stage, particularly in the career that I wanted to go into. So I wanted to go into accounting, which kind of meant that I would be starting in a graduate role at the age of 28, which is slightly daunting. You know, you come in cohorts, so people start together, and I was starting with a lot of people that had come straight out of university, so would have been 23, and it's a real difference there, particularly in terms of the life experience we'd had. But yeah, like I said, it's pretty laughable now for me to think that I didn't have skills coming when I'd been playing football for so long, because I look at my career at Deloitte, but also the career of a lot of my colleagues, and I think the crossover between the skills that you amass being in a sports team and the ones that you have been in a workforce, there is so much crossover, and I think that's definitely something that I want everyone on this video call to hear, is that everything that you're doing now in your sport is really setting you up for success in the workforce as well, particularly in terms of the resilience that you have to show to be involved in high performance sport, and the work ethic, the determination, backing yourself, I think is something that's really important in that as well. And what I've really found at work is just being open to feedback is super helpful, and people want to help you, but you have to be able to take that on board and really be quite analytical of your own performance. And I think sport sets you up perfectly for that. So yeah, you and I can both definitely have a laugh about how we probably both thought we were not so employable. But I think, yeah, sport really does set you up
out about success. Me, you know? Yeah, and look, totally. Sport, you learn the softer skills, you know. It may not be a textbook and sitting an exam that you will learn through sport, but you did right, all of those traits you list, working under pressure, being within a team and communicating, and you get to a certain level, there's, you know, dealing with media, dealing with sponsors, all that sort of stuff. And you did right in it. Like, those soft skills are like gold dust. You may be 28 or my case, 35, and you're a lot more mature than others. But again, good words. Thank you. Now, I've got two more questions for you. The first one is, we haven't even touched on you representing New Zealand. So just give me a highlight and maybe a low light. I know we might not want to go the low light, but like, awesome thing representing your country. I assume it's the same for you, but what stands out for you?
Yeah, I think you're so right in that we probably should talk about lowlights as well. I think sometimes people see the successes and they see people.
You've just turned your selfie light on, haven't you?
No, I don't know what happened there. Sorry, I'm going to pull you up, but I have no idea what happened there. I think my Teams started. So apologies about that.
Yeah, right,
so I think it is really important for us to talk about the lowlights of sport as well, given that, you know, people see teams at the Olympics and they see them at the World Cup, but that is such the icing on the cake. And I mean, we'll all know this. You know this as well, Jake. You're missing out on probably 95% of what's gone into that performance.
Yeah.
And that it is bloody tough playing sport. It's called elite sport for a reason. I think that means that it is like the best of the best, and that means that by definition it's not everyone. So I think selection's always been something that's really tough for me. I know that when you're in football, you have a squad of 23 players, but only 11 of those players can start. So I think something that I've really had to do, and I know that's, is to separate myself as a person from myself as an athlete. So if I'm not selected, that doesn't mean that I might not be the best player, or I might not be good enough for the team at that point. But that doesn't mean that I'm not a good enough person, and it doesn't mean that I have to question what I bring to that team. I think that's been a really challenging lesson, but one that's really valuable, and means that I'm able to pick myself back up from setbacks and really not have that define me. I think that's something that took me a long time to come to terms with. So yeah, I think selection's always been really tough, and not getting on the field, you work so hard and then you don't get picked for a roster, or you don't get picked for the starting 11, and that's a bitter pill to swallow, because you're then having to turn up the next day with a smile on your face and still be the best teammate that you can be. You're still having to contribute, you're still having to train just as hard as someone else, but it's not you taking the field then. So to be able to separate myself from my performances, and also just being able to, pull up my socks, dust off my boots and turn back up, I think that's always really challenging. But like I said before, that's like that resilience and that self-belief is something that's definitely set me up in the workforce, and that I've been able to carry into my career at Deloitte, and probably led me to be able to have such a long international career as well. Now that we've got that out of the way, the highlights of my footballing career is just being able to travel with friends. I think some of my teammates would be my best friends, and you must know as well that you spend so long away together that you just get to know these people probably better than you know yourself, and have really, when it's going well, it's just you're traveling the world with your best mates and hopefully getting paid to do so as well. So kind of the dream scenario. I think being part of, with football, we go to the Olympics as well, so being part of Team New Zealand will always be such a special experience. You know, it's always awesome as a football purist to go to the World Cup. I think that's the peak of football. But when it comes to representing Team New Zealand and being part of a team that includes all of the other athletes, and you know, you're in the village, you're part of that bigger community, you're welcomed into the whole team, that's something that's really special. I think the haka, being welcomed into my first Olympic village, so that was in 2008 in Beijing, will always stand out to me as one of my absolute highlights of representing New Zealand. I've never felt so proud to have a fern on my chest and to be the first football team playing, for New Zealand, the first football team playing at the Olympics as well, was a real special experience.
Well, cricket's not an Olympic sport, so one day maybe, although I know at the Com Games last year, wasn't
maybe.
it? With the White Ferns were there. Anyway. Yeah, and really good point about like the identity of you as an athlete versus who you actually are, you know, the authenticity. But then, like you said, you keep bringing up things that just help those softer skills and what you learn from sport to take into the afterlife, I call it, once you do hang up those boots. Look, Anna, that's been amazing. It really has. But I've got the last question I've got for you is, and it's a soundbite. Just in a nutshell, what would be a key piece of advice? So if someone was watching this and they couldn't be bothered looking at my ugly mug and hearing us talk, and they were just like, I'm fast forwarding to the end, what's that one key bit of advice for a student athlete studying at Massey University, hoping to make sport?
Goodness me, I think I've probably given it already. I gave away all my good bits of advice, but one thing that I would want athletes to hear, or that I wish I had heard as a student athlete, is that just to back yourself. I think, as much as we would need support networks and we need other people in our corner to really believe in what you can do and what you can achieve and know your strengths as well. I think people will always say know your weaknesses and you want to know yourself, but know what you're good at and what your point of difference is. And that carries through into study as well. It's just being able to back yourself, understand how you work. So whether that's that you study best in the morning or in the evening, or that you're better at training if you get up early, like know what works for you and just stay true to that. I think Massey's really good at being flexible, and they're really good at helping people and trying to work around their schedules and help people be the best that they can be. And so you need to know that about yourself as well. And so you can try a whole load of different things. I've tried a lot of different training regimes, tried a lot of different ways of studying. And then when you land on the formula that works for you, that's when you'll hit the bit of gold, and that's when you'll be able to say, okay, I actually can do this. I can degree. I can do that while I'm playing elite sport or while I'm traveling the world. And I think understanding yourself is a really key part of that. So that, along with being clear on who you are as a person and what your identity are, they're linked quite closely. But I think that's my key part of advice, and always be your biggest advocate as well. And back yourself to the hilt, I reckon. You can do all of that. I think you'll go all right.
You've got a chance, yeah. Okay. That's awesome, Anna. Thank you so much for your time tonight, and obviously your wisdom and your experiences and your advice. It has been awesome. So thank you again from myself and Massey University. We wish you well for the future with Deloitte and on TV, on Sky TV, with your football critique, commentary. Did a great job there. But thank you again, and go the football first.
Thanks for having me along, and congratulations to all the athletes and award winners this evening. Thank you.
Thanks, Anna.
A huge thank you to our guest speaker Anna for sharing her inspiring stories with us. What a fantastic achievement, and so great to hear from you.
Yes, thank you so much, Anna. It is now time to announce the 2023 Massey University Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year Awards. Nominated by the Blues Committee, the Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year Awards are chosen from those recipients who have competed at the highest levels in their sports, and the standard gets higher every year. First, we will now announce the Massey University Campus Sportsman of the Year 2023 award. The finalists are Matteo Clatine, Gymnastics;
Wilrick Kutzer, Swimming;
Fergus Eadie, Surf Lifesaving;
Hamish Gill, Athletics;
Connor Greentree, Hockey;
Bailey Latter, Cricket and Indoor Cricket;
Te Rangatira Waitokia, Rugby. And the winner of the Massey University Campus Sportsman of the Year 2023 award goes to Fergus Eadie, Surf Lifesaving. Fergus is a member of the New Zealand Blackfins Surf Lifesaving team and competed at the 2022 World Championships in Italy, where he won a gold medal in tube rescue, silver for overall team placing, and bronze in both the 50 carry and 100 rescue medley. At the 2022 New Zealand National Surf Lifesaving Pool Rescue Championships in October, Fergus won 3 individual gold medals in the 50 carry, 100 rescue medley, and 100 tow events, 4 individual silvers in the 50 with fins, 100 carry, 200 super lifesaver, and 200 obstacle swim events, and 4 team gold medals. Fergus represents Mairangi Bay Surf Lifesaving Club and was a member of the 2022 Northern Region High Performance Squad. Here's Fergus with a few words.
Kia ora. It's a massive privilege and honour to receive such a special award from such a fantastic university. I certainly wouldn't be in this position without the continued support from my coaches, family, friends and loved ones. Being a student athlete has proved to be immensely difficult, but the support of Massey University, my lecturers and tutors, achieving my ambitions has been made possible. Congratulations to all the finalists and those who have received awards tonight. May this be the start of something great. Noho ora mai and enjoy the rest of your evenings.
We will now announce the Massey University Campus Sportswoman of the Year 2023 award. The nominees are Hannah Cross, Ice Hockey;
Brenna Green, Taekwondo;
Mary Idamia Allen, Touch, and also receiving a blue for Hockey;
Ashtuti Kumar, Cricket;
Julia Padrett, Canoe Sprint;
Phoenix Reed, Artistic Roller Skating;
Savannah Sheen, Athletics. And the winner of the Massey University Campus Sportswoman of the Year 2023 award is Mary Idamia Allen, Touch and Hockey. Mary was the co-captain of the New Zealand Touch Blacks Open women's team for the 2023 Trans-Tasman Series against Japan and Australia in April and was named Most Valuable Player. She plays for the 07 Heat Women in the Premier Touch League. Mary was also named as Most Valuable Player for the Waikato Open women's team. Mary has received numerous scholarships and awards, including the Girl Boss Sports Award in September 2022, and was one of 2 recipients in the Community Star category of the Prime Minister's Pacific Youth Awards in December 2022. Mary is also receiving a blue for Hockey. Let's hear from her now.
Malo soifua, my name is Mary Yeremia Allen. I feel really privileged and honoured to be receiving this award tonight. Firstly, just want to thank my family, my coaches, as well as Massey University. I'm currently sitting about 3 months post knee reconstruction surgery, so I just want to thank you guys for your support, especially this recognition despite the cut-off to my season. I'm looking forward to coming back next year, and a huge congratulations to all the other award winners tonight.
Now to the Massey University Distance Sportsman of the Year 2023 award. The nominees are George Gautry, Yachting;
Luca Harrington, Skiing;
Nicholas Kogujo de la Bussière, Cycling;
Kazuma Kabori, Golf;
Ben Lister, Cricket;
Matt McDonald, Rowing;
Nick Woods, Hockey. And the winner of the Massey University Distance Sportsman of the Year 2023 award is Luca Harrington, Skiing. In 2023, Luca achieved his highest accomplishments to date, placing 4th in the slopestyle at the World Cup in Switzerland and 5th in the big air at the Free Ski World Championships in Georgia.
He gained podium placings in other international events, including 1st place in slopestyle at the Rev Tour Aspen USA and 2nd place at the Rev Tour Copper USA. In 2022, he competed at the Australia and New Zealand Cup events at Cardrona, where he placed 1st in both slopestyle events, 1st in the big air event, and won the overall title.
Due to his results, he had a national ranking of 1st in both slopestyle and big air free skiing. Tēnā koe, Luca, take it away.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to say what an honor it is to receive this award, let alone even just be a finalist. Just want to say a big shout out to all the other nominees and finalists. We have a lot of talent here in New Zealand and in this school, so it's a huge honor to receive this award. I want to say a big thank you to Snow Sports New Zealand and High Performance Sport New Zealand for supporting me and getting me to where I am today, and of course a big thank you to my parents. And yeah, I just want to say thank you very much.
Now to the Massey University Distance Sportswoman of the Year 2023 award. Our talented nominees are Wailing Chan, Fencing;
Olivia Curran, Surf Lifesaving;
Erica Dawson, Yachting;
Erica Fairweather, swimming.
Amy Fisher, canoe sprint.
And our very own Eliza McCartney, athletics.
Hannah Rowe, cricket.
Paige Satchell, football.
Anna Taylor, paracycling. And the winner of the Massey University Distance Sportswoman of the Year 2023 award is Erica Fairweather. Erica is representing New Zealand at the 2023 World Aquatic Championships, where she won a bronze medal in the 400 metre freestyle with a personal best time of 3:59.59, making her the 5th ever woman to go sub 4 minutes in the event. She also placed 8th in the 800 metre freestyle and 11th in the 200 metre freestyle. Her performances gained her qualification for the 2024 World Championships. At the 2022 World Short Course Swimming Championships, Erica won a silver medal in both the women's 400 metre and 800 metre freestyle, her first international competition in the 800 metre distance. She is the 6th fastest women's 400 metre freestyle of all time and holds the New Zealand Open records for women's 200, 400 and 800 metre freestyle and the women's 4x50 metre relay and 4x200 metre relay. In late 2022, Erica was named the New Zealand Junior Māori Sportswoman of the Year.
Kia ora, I'm Erica. I'm super stoked to be taking away Distance Sportswoman of the Year for 2023. It's been a massive year in sport throughout New Zealand, so to be recognised with this award is super special. Thank you.
Nō reira te whānau, we're almost there. Now the final award for the evening is the Massey University Supreme Award 2023. The recipient of the Supreme Award is selected by the Blues Committee from all the winners from the previous major awards that we've just had. It gives me great pleasure, both of us, to announce the winner of the Massey University Supreme Award 2023 as Erica Fairweather, swimming.
Well, there you have it, the 2023 Massey University Blues Awards. I think you'd all agree it was a fantastic evening, showcasing some of the phenomenal talent that we have here at Te Kuninga ki Pure Huroa. Many thanks to everyone for their participation this evening. And a special thank you to the Blues Committee for all of their hard work behind the scenes. We are proud to have such incredible talent here at Massey University. So, a final round of cheering and applause, and congratulations to all of you here tonight.
Well, that's it from us. Thank you so much for having myself and Eliza. It's been an absolute pleasure to host you this evening. Pō Mārie e, nō reira kia koutou, unuhia, unuhia, unuhia te uru tapu nui a tāne, kia wātea, kia māma te nākau te tinana te wairua i te arataka tū. Ko ia rā e rongo whakiriake ki runga, kia wātea, aira kua wātea, riri haupai, mārire. Take care everyone, and peace be with you all.
Kia ora.